All right, welcome to the transformation piece. This is a 7th grade project. You are going to transform a real person into a cartoon character in a specific style with a focus on line and contrast. For example, you could draw your principal as a Simpsons character. For example, I did that one year as a little example, which you're Mr. Butler as Mr. Skinner from The Simpsons. So here's some examples right here. So you're going to study an artist named Robert D. Jesus. He's an awesome artist, and he kind of got to start from just taking photographs of people and turning them into cartoons. And now people send him photographs and they pay him, and he sends them back these really cool cartoons. So you can see this is the picture, and then this is the cartoon in his own personal style that he created. So really, really awesome story behind him. And your teacher can show you some more about these on his website. For this project, you're going to use any choice of media that you want to. It's up to you if your teacher wants to let you possibly do some digital artwork, but I would suggest using pen and pencil or colored pencils, or even markers would work, just depending on what you have and what you prefer. Size would be at least 8 by 10 or larger. Again, think about if you work faster, maybe choose a bigger piece to challenge yourself. If you work slower, maybe pick a smaller piece so that you can really focus on the quality and not just getting done. All right, so this is the rubric. This is how you're going to be graded. Remember, in bold is what you would write down for your self-evaluation. What I put in parentheses here is just an explanation of the rubric, just to help you kind of figure out how to do that. Okay, and we'll talk about that more as we go. So here's some examples. So this is a digital example of someone taking a photograph of a person and then using digital art to recreate them as a cartoon. These are examples of Robert D. Jesus' style. So you can see he takes the photograph, and a lot of times with cartoons, you're exaggerating features, right? Like the way he does noses is just sometimes just like a tiny little thing. The shirt obviously looks a little bit different, but he grabbed like the phone case. He didn't put all the details in the phone case. You can if you want to, but it's kind of, up to you how you do that. Notice when he uses shading or he wants to make something darker, he has these lines called hatching, where you just put the lines in, but you don't blend it in. So that's his style. You can see his name. That's his artwork that he created in the bottom right, just like I've been asking you guys to do. Here's another example right here. He does a lot with people with animals, kind of like funny faces and stuff like that, which can be really fun. And look at this one again, like if she has something super detailed, he kind of just sketched out the basic idea of it. It doesn't have to be exact because it's a cartoon. So here's some more, and you can look at those individually, or your teacher can walk you through those. This is another example of digital. All right, so this is a little bit about Robert D. Jesus. You guys can talk about this with your teacher. All right, so this is class 1, and you're going to be brainstorming ideas and creating your 2 sketches. So you're watching this video that I had uploaded to the top of this page, and you're going to brainstorm ideas and write them in your sketchbook. Make sure to circle the idea you chose. So you're going to decide what real person you will draw and decide what cartoon style you will draw them in. For example, I might draw my mom as a Boondocks character. So you need a real person and then what cartoon style you would draw them in. Any style is perfectly fine as long as it's school appropriate and that it's okay with your teacher. But you're going to work on creating 2 sketches today. So one sketch is going to be of the real person you chose to draw. Now, this isn't a finished portrait. This is just a rough idea of the person so that you can turn them into a cartoon character. Don't worry about making it look super realistic. You just want to get the basic features. With your teacher's permission, if you wanted to do someone maybe you ask for permission and get your phone out and get an actual picture of them. You can email that to yourself, or plug in your phone cord, and then you could just use it right on your laptop, so you don't have to have your phone out all class, but then you can really use someone that you know. Or you could use a celebrity, anyone that you want to, but again, make sure it is appropriate. And then you're going to choose a cartoon character to draw in the style you chose. So for example, if I was drawing my mom as a Boondocks character, one sketch might be just a rough sketch of my mom, and then the other sketch would be maybe Huey from the Boondocks, and I'm going to turn my mom into him. Obviously as a woman, but that's the idea. So 2 sketches. So here's some ideas of some examples of cartoon styles just to get your mind flowing. So there was the digital the Robert DeJesus style, Simpsons obviously, and there's the Boondock style, that's a big one right now. Arthur, there's of course anime, Tim Burton style can be really fun, and then of course Disney style, but whatever you want to do is fine, as long as it's appropriate. All right, so to summarize, remember today is class 1. You're going to be brainstorming and sketching ideas, 2 sketches in your sketchbook or your notebook, whatever you have for art to keep yourself organized. All right, good luck. I'll see you back for class 2.